Okay, so when you start talking about your protein shakes, you want to have about 3 grams, maybe 4 at the outside in a serving size. A lot of protein shakes have tons of sugar in it. We're not really interested in sugar right now. We're actually going to want to drop as much fat as possible by reducing our starchy carbs. So, we're going to go into the clean house phase with the understanding that we want to get 100 grams of carbohydrates or less per day. And that's how we're going to do it, through vegetables, minimizing our fruit intake with the exception of putting fruit in our post-workout shake. This is ideal placement because our body will absorb the sugar or carbohydrates that are present from the fruit in the shake into our muscle tissue after a workout, which is preferable. Just to have a shake at any old crazy time of the day doesn't necessarily make use of the proteins that are in that shake the best way possible. And then we trigger a big insulin release, post-workout when we eat that shake. And then, of course, it just pushes the protein into the muscle, helps the healing process. So ideally, save your meal replacement shakes, and this is a hot tip, for that window of time, 30 to 60 minutes after a workout. That's the only time you want to do that. And that could also be right after cardio in the morning. Now, I love eggs. I will eat eggs, as I mentioned, in the morning. If, I'm trying to get lean, and I, pretty much have a couple of hard-boiled eggs with 2 tablespoons of nut butter. That'll be my first meal. I'll go through, a workout, and then I'll have a shake, and then I'll probably eat my biggest meals of the day on that front end of the day between breakfast and lunchtime, so that I can get all my calories burned off by the evening time. We have snacks, and right now, some of you are eating those protein bars. I would rather have you have some low-fat cottage cheese with fresh strawberries, or some of these fruit items chopped up in it. Also, possibly some of the nut butter. And here, I've also recommended those shakes. So, if you're working out and you have a snack after the workout and it happens to be positioned with a protein shake, that's, a snack item. And then you would eat a bigger meal, possibly 2 or 3 hours later. What's going on right now? Big effort to get essential fatty acids in the diet. If I just encourage you to have within these big salads every day some avocados, that's going to cover one of the fat source requirements. If I get you to have the nut butters here, like peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, walnut butter, that's going to cover another type of fat. And then your fish oils. Nordic brand, pharmaceutical brand, is one that I've been testing recently as a recommendation from a client. It's actually not too bad. Tastes good. It's a lemon flavor for some of you that have that gag reflex with some of the oils. So that's really, really good. I like it. And you can also get a majority of these types of supplements on that Amazon.com. So, take a look at that video that I put up about that. Get your Prime membership for that. Again, cottage cheese is a really great snack. I go for the Knutson's low fat. It is not important that you get non-fat. I like the low fat because it digests slower. And if you eat it late at night, really a good time to do that, again, with some fresh fruit. Gallon of water a day. Again, I talked about that earlier. Half a gallon minimum for the ladies, a little bit more, and then shoot for a gallon per day. You don't necessarily have to run around carrying your big old jug of water like I see some people do, like old school bodybuilders. That's kind of lame. Looking at what's going on down here is these rules of engagement. Eat every 2 to 3 hours. Now, I've gotten really sensitive to this. I'm testing something called intermittent fasting, which I'll discuss here in part 3 of this video series. We do want to incorporate protein in every single meal. Meat, fish, or fowl. Make that the main focus, and then throw vegetables on half the plate following that. Your other carbs, we're talking about fruit in that post-workout window. And then, carbs on your, obviously, cheat day when you do that. Looking at essential fats with all meals, huge, huge, huge. Got to do that all throughout the day. Water again. Mix up the variety of whole foods that you're eating. Plan out your days and your cheat meals ahead of time. Planning it like you take vacation. Plan those things so that on that cheat day we can have a